Hello folks, welcome back to another battle report. This time my Harad take on the High Elves. This is another game of the little tournament that we ran up at the club. This time we're trying to grab the centre of the table. The movement onto the table was randomised, so you can see here we've just had our first turn, and we've moved on as you see. And we'll just have a quick look and see what's in each of the lists. So coming onto the south edge of the table is Erestor, and along with 6 elves, high elves with heavy armour and elven blades. And on from the north end of the table edge is Círdan. I don't know if it's done as a C or a sound or a K sound. I assume it's Círdan. And a couple of high elf archers and more high elves with elven blades. So my opponent got split into 2 on the north and south side of the table edge. And mine all came on the eastern edge. Sorry if you hear a couple of explosions in the background. I think there must be shooting nearby, pheasants or something. So yes, mine is the same as you've seen before. We've got a group of Harad warriors with bows, a couple of warriors with spears, my leader who's the Hasharin, and a banner, and then I've got 4 raiders and a chieftain. And in the first turn you can split up, second turn this week, split up as you can see. I decided to use my raiders to slow down Erestor's force. I thought with the charge and that's a good chance I can get rid of these guys pretty quickly, and then just have a mob of chaps moving towards the centre. This is also the high elf leader, and he moves to the centre. As he's moving forward, he's casting blinding light, so everyone within 12, it's 6 to hit, and he does that with a might point, making sure that that's up and states. So in the following turn we all go in. I just take on against the elves. I pick on them one-on-one as best I can. I put a rider against Erestor, hoping that 2 attacks versus 2 attacks is a good chance. If I do win, you know, I can knock him down, get the double attacks and try and kill him off. He's only got 2 wounds, I believe. But yeah, the charge went pretty well. I managed to kill 4 elves. That's a good start. I think it's 4 elves. I'm doing maybe 4 elves. I think it's 4 elves. I can't remember how many started with now. 6 or so. But yes, also lost one of my riders. But as you see now, I'm bringing my Harad in with my Hasharin just to help the combat. And with my Hasharin has got 5/5 with an epic strike. I should be able to surround Erestor and kick his ass. That's the plan anyway. On the other side, the weight of fire, even though I'm needing 6 to hit, I actually managed to get one through and plink off one of the high elves there, as they've moved to surround the centre. That red point is the centre, which we're trying to hold. So if you just kind of tilt your head to trying to get it all in, this is how it looks at the end there. As you can see, the elves on the bottom here are pretty well surrounded, and moving up to a good shooting position. I'm just going to hold there, keep plinking some shots off at the elves. Hopefully in time these guys down the bottom will be able to move up and help take the centre. So in I go, and I go all for it to try and take out the last of these elves. And the high elves over here decide to move up and start to try and take out my archers, which luckily managed to get another elf. Yes, that's 6 to hit and 6 to wound, and I managed to get 1 elf each round. That's not too bad with 8 bows. And I had to split my fire and managed to get another one, which I think was outside the 12-inch bubble for the hitting on 6s. So he's hit normally, but I actually managed to get 2 elves then. In return, the elf shooting managed to get rid of one of my archers, which is expected. I mean, I've got the low defense 4 armor, and he's hitting me on 3s. And the round he starts standing still, he'll be hitting me on 3s with a reroll thanks to the Rivendell bonus. And crap down here. I went in and managed to kill off the 1 elf that was being surrounded. But yeah, Erestor's a beast. He actually went in and killed off my Hasharin. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I think it's only had 1 combat. Considering he's only got 2 attacks, and I have 2 wounds. I'm on defense 4, I think, with the Hasharin, so he's hit me on 4s with a reroll. So I managed to get 2 through. So yeah, as you can imagine, I actually managed to fail 3 fate rolls. And unfortunately lost my leader. So seeing this, and that Erestor's going to be a bit of a badass, I'm going to ignore him from now on. So as you can see here, the rest of my troops all move off. 1 lone raider has been volunteered to charge in against Erestor. I mean, if he's got 2 attacks, he's charged in. I mean, it's all good. If I win, it's great. If not, it's just a raider I've lost, and I've still got the bodies there moving towards the centre, towards the very much outnumbered elves, where I feel I can do a lot better. So here's the following turn. I've moved up. My captain had charged in this turn and charged and killed off one of the elves. Just moving towards the centre now. I've realised when your opponent is broken, the game may suddenly end. So now it's a quick dash to get as many models in the centre, because I've definitely got the bodies here. And yeah, down the bottom here, Aristor has killed his opponent and is also trying to rush to join into the centre combat. As long as he stays out of it, I should be alright. If he gets stuck in with this strength for 2 attacks and rerolling to wounds, it'll be hard work for my Harad to do much damage to him. As you can see here, if this is the following turn, I have moved up to engage the last elf here. That just leaves the archers and their leader in the centre. I move up to some close combats. Just so I can keep pushing him, trying to drive him back out from the 3 inches, I think it is, from the centre. My other guys just move up and take some pot shots. I mean, it's 6s to hit, but yeah, you know, there's no loss. There's a chance I can kill off an elf. It's all good if it's not in combat. And yeah, I actually managed to kill off the elf, so that's perfect. In the combat down the bottom, I managed to kill off that elf being surrounded, knocked down and stuff, because my chieftain charged in. That's that sorted. At the top there, it just ends up being a push, I believe. I think I win one combat, he wins the other combat. Neither of us wound our opponent. So my opponent moves back, as you can see there. I must be 6 inches of the centre because he stays within just range to get some points. But with the number of guys there, I actually outnumber him 3 to 1 in the centre, which is perfect. That will give me, I think, damn near top points for the game. Aristor is back here trying to make himself known again and get back into the fight. As I was panicking a bit, because if this guy gets into the squabble here with the rest of my Harad, he could chop through them pretty easily, as he has done previously. I mean, yeah, it would be unlucky for me not to be able to surround him and just kill him out, but going on my luck with Aristor at the moment, I didn't really want to get involved in a fight with him. So I ended up chucking my chieftain out. That'll just slow him down in the following turn. With his charge, he's got 3 attacks. So I just move the banner up in behind, just to, you know, I've got a pretty damn good chance of winning this combat now. I mean, my opponent will have to roll a 6 to be able to win it. Other than that, you can see how it is. My archers will just shoot at the remaining elves, and the rest will try and hold the centre. By this point, the game will end at, I think it's on a 1 or 2. Game ends when you roll at the end of the turn. So, yep, we're hoping for the end soon. And yeah, here we go. Sorry for the low pitch at the end. Yeah, he rolls a 6, so he beats me anyway, and managed to do a wound on my chieftain. I think he did 2, but I managed to spend the fate and save one of them. So he did better than my Sharon did. I don't think I managed to kill any of the elves on the far side. He didn't manage to kill any of me with the shooting. And the game ended at the end of this. So I had, I think, pretty near max points. I outnumbered my opponent 3 to 1 on the surrounds. No, I didn't kill his leader. He killed mine. So it was a victory to me. But I did learn one thing. Aristor is pretty brutal. I think it's a model I'm going to have to get now for my Rivendell army as well, because those re-rolls to wound and being strength 4, that's quite nice. I think the only thing would make him a real proper monster if he had 3 attacks. 2 attacks is a bit scary. But yeah, other than that, it was a good game. A bit lucky on my part, as I say. He did have his army split up in the end, while mine all ended up in the same place. But luckily, he got some luck returned, as my Hashara managed to fail all his fate rolls and died in the first round of combat against Aristor. So yeah, live and learn, huh? Right then, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. That was.